Oh gosh.
That was really weird. There are some bad eggs out there stirring up trouble. Bad eggs. Yeah.
I don't really remember, like, I still don't have a strat for Terran. And so every game I play,
Yeah.
unfortunately, I'm just
Holy shit.
completely making stuff up.
Yeah, I'm also still. I mean, I'm thinking about it, and it's like I kind of think I know where to go with it, and I think it involves. I think it involves a long time of being gasless, similar to the last game, and it's just like a ton of queens. But it's so weird because it's like you gotta scout, you gotta see if they're going mech, you gotta see if they're
Yeah.
gonna Reaper you, you gotta scout it, blah blah blah.
Cyclone, Hellbat.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta see if it's a ton of different things. It's like, am I gonna need roaches? Am I gonna need banes? Am I gonna need lings? Am I gonna need queens? Is it gonna be like a banshee thing? Is it gonna be like a is it
Yeah,
gonna be a
there's so many options.
medevac drop thing? Yeah, it's gonna be a widow mine drop. Is it gonna be a cloaked banshee? Is it gonna be alien run by? What am I gonna need? So,
Yeah.
is he just gonna turtle forever?
Oh, I know. Is it going to be like a 20-minute turtle game where he just sits outside my base?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, a little while ago, couple patches ago, I had that where I was trying to do like my Zerg practice day, and the guy was like playing mech, and I think I actually ended up beating him, and I was like super proud. But then like the next, and it was like a 30-minute game, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I won. I'm never doing that again. Like Roach Ravager, Blinding Cloud, freaking Ultra Brood, Corruptor, Infestor, blah blah. I got everything in the game, and I finally end up beating him after like 30 minutes, and I'm like super proud. And then the next guy's like, "Hey, GLHF, hey, just so you know, I don't play this game standard. I mix it up." I'm like, "Does that mean you're gonna play mech?" He's like, "Yeah, it does." And I'm like, "I'm leaving. Goodbye."
Yeah.
And actually, yeah, I think I waited, and I went to see, and he was doing like the same kind of Thor siege tank. Alien Hellbat Cyclone, blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. Not doing it. Goodbye.
Yeah. So I stopped trying to do Roach Ravager versus Terran because so many Terran were going bio. Now, this build sucks if they go mech, but
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just gonna blind prepare for bio. Because about two-thirds of the games are bio, and then about 1/3 will be mech.
Yeah, it's super. It's weird because sometimes it'll be like a lot of mechs in a row,
Yeah.
and it's like, is it mech day? Like, did they do like here, everyone play mech? We'll give them a little buff. But we won't tell anyone about it except the mech
Be
players.
the Terran buff of the week.
Yeah, the day. It's like, okay, so today Stim does 800,000 more damage, and it's like those
Stim
days where
gives
it's
Marines attack range. What?
yeah, it's like it does more damage, and it's like, wait, so like how does
Oh, so many Marines. So roaches like would not have worked against this, and so I was happy with myself. I was happy with myself that I actually called that right. So I'm like, okay, let's get back here. Shaboosh!
Boom! Wow.
I should have saved the Banes until the SCVs tried to surround my legs or something.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. I was just too happy to get him back there.
Yeah.
So nice, that was before Stim. Although Stim doesn't help with that anymore. As much as it used to.
With what?
Ling Bane.
No, it does. Maybe not for lower level players, but I mean, you could like stim and run away from that, and you could stim and split, you can stim and kill it all. Like, there's a lot of things you can do with that. That's why I like to build, where you get stim really fast and stim and medevacs.
It does not help him.
Yeah, well, he sucks. Ah, oh, you better run. Okay,
Yeah, I know. He got him picked up in the dang medevac, and I was like, oh, you tricky weasel. And then I'm like, oh, he's got the single siege tank. Stop everything.
We'll just attack the command center until he lifts it. Or if he doesn't.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. He doesn't put the workers back.
Yeah. Yeah, and so, not that I know everything about ZVT because it sucks ass, but still I don't like the follow-up pressure in a lot of cases, because you've done the economic damage now. You've killed 21 workers and you've stopped him mining from his natural, and so now's the time to transition. Problem is just, what are you transitioning to? And it's like, I guess,
Yeah, exactly.
like burrow, fungal, bane speed, blah blah blah, certain tech things, but
Well, I thought he was going to put his workers back, and then he didn't. And so I'm like, well, at least I got a couple workers.
Yeah. So
That confused me.
yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. So.
But yeah, my transition is late, but I had the minerals in my expansion a lot faster.
Oh, goodies, finally figured out what stim is. Oh, Banes! Ah,
I know, I was so sad. I was like, siege tanks are such bastards.
So
I'm like, okay, that's fine. Oh, almost burned down that super depot. Yeah, so I was kind of like, at the same point, like, what do I do? Do I go roaches? And so I started the roach warren, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So we both kind of sit and think about it for about 5 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit confusing because you saw that he was getting liberators. With the economy, I don't think he could go like mass liberators or anything. Liberators. Get the trapper load. But
See, and this is the crap I'm talking about. They just like leave it, and I'm like, oh, hello.
Yeah. Major tropical rainstorm over West Melin. Yeah.
So I waited until the Liberator left and started my fourth. Now I'm like, I need to hide these banes. And then here's number 2.
Number 2.
And then I have to get a new Dropper Lord for those guys. So there's a new Dropper Lord inbound.
So you're getting melee upgrade.
Yeah, why would I do that? That doesn't make any sense.
Getting one... Oh, you're going vultures. Getting 1-1 for the, Ling Bane and... well, yeah, I guess just Lings, but... Getting one more... Or 1-1 for the Lings and eventually the 2-2.
Splash, 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 splash.
On that tank. On that tank. There. Oh no, another Liberator. Right.
That's... It freaked me out too. But
yeah.
He was so, like, tunnel visioned. Like, he didn't see it. And so I move. I'm like, I better move. But he didn't see it. Total biscuit.
Didn't see it. Total biscuit, yeah. Yeah.
Well, because Total Biscuit was like, oh, I wonder if he saw that. Like, right as he has vision of it. So, and I'm like, missile turret. He's on the ball.
What a reaction.
I'm like, where did they go?
Oh, gosh. No.
Got him! Oh.
Did you X them?
I did, because I didn't think that they would actually be able to push in the way I wanted if I'd A-moved them, and so
That's fair.
So that's why I did that.
Guess.
So here he comes with the base trade DV.
Oh yeah.
And the drones are like, see you. We don't want none of that. And then he just backs off, and I'm like, well, that's kind of strange. But that's what they do. They go and they'll hit a hatch and then leave.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, oh, and that stinker, like, scans. Right? I'm like, fine. I'm like, I'll take my business elsewhere. And I couldn't believe that he goes all the way back to his base.
Yeah.
And just sits there and scans. And he sees this, which is funny because he was right there. And he's like, oh, are you kidding me? And so he goes all the way back. He thought I was only at my third. So I got a kick out. Not that it would have mattered. I mean, I would have lost a little bit. But I'm so used to them just sacking things to get a hatch that I just go like crazy on hatches now.
Yeah.
And the ultras start out with that nice new buff. And so I wasn't concerned at all about like losing my ultras. Like, which is what would have happened. Is they stem and just hose your ultras down with marine pepper. But was not concerned one bit. So now he is quite satisfied with himself. He's like, there we go.
He is quite reactive to the. Oh no! This drop.
Yep. So I'm like, oh, you didn't have any workers. And that gave me enough time to get the, oh my F, that is so much army. Now this part is going to be very sad. He just blows so many scans. But it doesn't matter. Did you think I wasn't building an army? Well, he leaves. I'm like, oh, that's... I should have left it there for one more second so my Banes could have hit. So, he was being so indecisive, and maybe I had just gotten into his head with the drops. But 43 workers is a lot of dead workers. Then that would have been his entire worker landing in.
Yeah.
And he has army in completely the wrong spot. And, yep. I knew if I attacked there that I would have his army divided from the rest of his base. And most Terran, they'll leave like one tank on the high ground. And I can't believe he didn't do that, because that would have been a real mess if he'd left like one tank on the high ground.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Yep.
So, that was how I beat a Terran. I think I beat a couple Terran the last couple days, but that was one way. It was just doing so many drops, you keep them so indecisive that, and you build so many hatches they can't snipe them. And then you tech up to whatever you need to, which is probably almost always going to be ultras. So that was my that was my interpretation of the ZVT.